Good morning. Good morning. Our graduation ceremony is about to begin. At this time, we kindly ask that you please take your seats. The Christiansburg High School administration, faculty, and the senior graduation committee has prepared a formal ceremony for you this morning. Graduation is a joyous time, a proud time, and a formal time. We ask that you please be considerate of our graduates, their families, and young children by avoiding the use of noisemakers and loud yelling as we recognize each individual graduate during the ceremony. We also ask that you silence your cell phones during the graduation ceremony. If you are able, could you please stand as we welcome the class of 2025.
Good morning. What a great way to start a Saturday morning celebrating these graduates. We ask that you please remain standing if you are able for the presentation of colors, followed by the singing of our national anthem by the CHS Chamber Ensemble.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, please be seated. Thank you to the Chamber Ensemble for our national anthem and our Corps of Cadets for presenting the colors today. I would like to take an opportunity to welcome our senior class president, Miss Ella Mathis, to deliver our welcoming address.
Good morning. My name is Ella Mathis, and it is my honor as Senior Class President to welcome the friends, family, and faculty that have taken the time to attend the Class of 2025 Christiansburg High School graduation ceremony. The guests gathered here today have helped us grow, not only as students, but as people. On behalf of the senior class, I would like to take a moment to thank all of those who have made it possible for us to be here today for this monumental occasion. I would like to recognize that today is more than just a ceremony. It is a milestone, marking not only how far we have come, but also the exciting journey ahead. Together, the class of 2025 has faced challenges, shared laughter, and made unforgettable memories within these past 4 years. We are grateful to those who have been able to help us along the way and guide us on our journey. Today marks the beginning of endless opportunities, potential, and the chance to make a difference in the world. As we turn the page to the next chapter of our lives, we will always remember what these past 4 years at CHS have taught us. We have learned to respect others, take responsibility, and stay connected to our community. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Your new journey begins now. At this time, I would now like to welcome my fellow classmate and senior speaker for today's ceremony, Layla Haley, to the podium.
Good morning, friends, family, faculty, and graduates of the class of 2025. My name is Layla Haley, and it is an honor to speak to you today to honor this impeccable milestone in our lives and our achievements from the past 4 years. Today marks a significant event, showcasing all that we are prepared for. While this moment is joyous, it will also resonate as a bittersweet memory as we reflect on our journey in the years to come. We have spent late nights studying for tests or scrolling through TikTok. We have navigated the ups and downs of our teenage years, but most importantly, we have passed through a life-changing chapter. Regardless of how high school has treated you, whether it was a cherished experience or an uphill battle, we have all shared the same hallways, laughter in the cafeteria, and learned lessons about ourselves and each other. Each of us brings a unique experience to this celebration, yet we are united by one common thread: education, our passport to the future. Malcolm X once stated, "Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today." Today, we will celebrate the preparation we have embarked on together for the last 13 years. As we gather here today to celebrate our graduation, I want to take a moment to reflect on a question that many of us have been asked time and time again. What are you going to do after high school? It is a simple question, yet it can feel overwhelming and loaded with expectations. High school has been a journey filled with learning, friendships, and personal growth. And through it all, we have been preparing for this moment, the moment we are expected to have it all figured out. But the truth is, very few of us do. Even though we are prepared academically, there is still a significant gap in our visions for what we want our next chapter to look like. When someone asks us what our plans are, we often feel pressured to give a definite answer. I'm heading straight into the workforce, or I'm going to college, I'm going into the armed forces, or even I'm taking a gap year. But what if I told you that it is okay to not have a clear-cut plan? What if I told you that the beauty of life lies in its unpredictability and that it is perfectly fine to explore your options? After all, high school has taught us much more than just academic lessons, and that a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but it has also taught us about perseverance, adaptability, and the importance of following our passions. We have learned that it is okay to take time to figure things out, to explore different paths, and to make mistakes along the way. Those mistakes are often the best teachers. So, what are we going to do after high school? Whatever direction we choose, let's embrace this journey with open minds and open hearts. As we look towards that future, we must recognize that education does not end here. It is an ongoing journey. The world is constantly evolving, and it is our responsibility to continue learning, adapting, and growing. The passport that Malcolm X spoke about is not a physical document, but a mindset, one that encourages curiosity, resilience, and commitment to lifelong learning. Let's remember that life is not a straight line. It is a winding road filled with twists and turns. Sometimes we may find ourselves on unexpected detours that lead us to incredible places we never imagined. It is in those moments of exploration that we might discover our true passion and interests. As we leave the comfort of high school, let's not be afraid of uncertainty. Instead of feeling pressure to have the perfect answer, let's be excited about the possibilities that are ahead. Let's allow ourselves to explore and to grow, to change our minds, and to evolve into the people we are meant to be. To my fellow graduates, as we embarked on this new chapter of our lives, let's support each other in whatever path we choose. Let's celebrate the diversity of our decisions and the very directions we will take. So, when someone asks us the question, what are your plans after high school? Let's reply with an open heart. It is important to keep in mind that education is our gateway to the future. For those who are ready today will truly own tomorrow, even if we aren't as certain as others. As we prepare to submit our final assignment and close this chapter, I want to be the first to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the Christiansburg High School class of 2025. Our journey is just beginning, and the future is bright with opportunities awaiting for us. We are finally here. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Layla. At this time, I would like to welcome the Superintendent of Montgomery County Public Schools, Dr. Bernard Bragan, to the podium.
Thank you, Mr. Gwynn. Good morning, graduates, family, faculty, and honored guests. I am honored and privileged to stand before you today to celebrate this incredible milestone in your lives. On behalf of the school board, administration, and the Montgomery County Public Schools community, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2025. Today, we celebrate your hard work, resilience, and growth, not just as students, but as people. Over the years, you've solved equations, written essays, completed projects, won championships, performed on stage, and stood up for what you believed in. And perhaps most importantly, you've learned how to adapt, persevere, and to lead. You faced challenges no generation before you has seen in quite the same way. You've navigated global uncertainty, technological disruption, social change, all doing so with grit and with grace. You've improved our schools, and I believe you also improved the world as well. As you prepare to leave our hallowed halls and step into the future, whether it be college, career, military, or something uniquely your own, I offer you 3 pieces of advice. First, embrace the power of purpose. Find what drives you, what makes you get up in the morning and make a difference. Purpose is not always about what you do, but more importantly about why you do it. If you can anchor your efforts in a sense of meaning, the path ahead will be easy and always worth walking. Second, remember that failure is not the opposite of success. It is an integral part of it. Some of your most valuable learning will come from moments that didn't go as planned. Don't fear failure. Instead, be bold enough to try, to stumble, to get back up stronger than before. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. It only matters how many times you get back up. When inventing the first viable incandescent light bulb, Thomas Edison is credited with saying, "I have not failed. I just found 10,000 ways that would not work." Do not ever forget that we learn so much more through failure than through success. And third, perhaps most importantly, stay kind. In a world that often moves way too fast and feels too divided, kindness is a strength. Lead with empathy, listen deeply, and treat others with dignity, especially when you disagree. How you make others feel will always be more important than what's on your resume. Regardless of the situation, kindness is never wasted. Graduates, I want you to know that you carry with you the hopes of your families, the pride of your teachers, and the belief of an entire community. We are proud of you, we believe in you, and we cannot wait to see what you do next. As you turn the page and begin the next chapter of your lives, do so with confidence, curiosity, and courage. Wherever you go, carry the spirit of Montgomery County with you. And remember, once a Blue Demon, you are always part of the MCPS family. Congratulations, class of 2025. The future is yours. Go make it remarkable. Thank you.
please join me in welcoming our chamber ensemble back up to sing It's My Life.
There are places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all. Do 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 But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you, and these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more, though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
Good morning. My name is Angie Robbins, and I am the senior class sponsor for the class of 2025. The senior awards ceremony for the class of 2025 was held May 16th. Please refer to the center of your program to see the multitude of awards, scholarships, and certificates received by our graduates. This year, our seniors received $2.5 million in awards and scholarships. At this time, I would like the students in the class who received recognition, awards, and scholarships for their achievements, please stand to be recognized. Please congratulate them on their achievements. Our servicemen and women exemplify the very best in courage, compassion, professionalism as they work to bring an end to hostilities worldwide, and as they strive to better the living condition in countries where people have only known poverty, oppression, dictatorships, and war. We would like to offer a tribute to all of our veterans of military service. They represent the millions of people who have served and protected our nation for over 2 centuries. CHS is proud to recognize the following seniors as they begin their career in the U.S. military. Please stand when I call your name. Elijah Gurney, Isaac Lyon, Jaden Nieves, Grayson Riley, Jackson Sarver, Calvin Snyder, Emily Spurmount, and Caleb Weddle. Please give these seniors a round of applause. CHS would also like to recognize members of the audience who have served in the armed forces. Those veterans, please rise to receive a well-deserved round of applause. The American Legion School Award is not presented at the annual Senior Awards ceremony because it is considered to be the highest award that is given to the graduating class. This award is a citizenship award based on the qualities of courage, honor, patriotism, scholarship, leadership, and service. The certificate that accompanies the award states that these qualities are necessary to the preservation and protection of the fundamental institutions of our government and the advancement of society. I am very pleased to be able to present the 2025 American Legion School Award to Bryson Davis Fisher. Please come forward. And now I would like to ask Mr. Gwynn to come to the podium to give closing remarks to our seniors and words of encouragement.
So good morning again, families, faculty, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2025. As I said earlier, what an inspiring and extraordinary way to start the day, celebrating the accolades, successes, and most importantly, the journey you have been on for the past 13 years. As we begin today, I want to start with a very simple question, one that most recently a very wise man asked me during a conversation that has stayed with me ever since. As we were discussing our daily tasks, what we had achieved, and what was to come, he said, "Mr. Gwynn, in this life we're in, are we merely existing or are we living?" It's a question that deserves a pause, one that deserves reflection, one that really makes us stop and go, To exist means to survive, to go through the motions, to show up, to breathe, to be present, but not necessarily to be engaged. To live means to feel, to connect, to try, to grow, to risk, and to rejoice. Living demands more of us, but also gives more in return. This year, I have seen signs, both big and small, that so many of us are beginning to understand the difference and are in the midst of answering that question for yourself. Let's start with something small, yet significant: the new cell phone policy. Yes, I know it may not have been your favorite, and I know it may have caused some anxiety, but hear me out. a change, and let's be honest, not one that was welcome at first, and if we're being really honest, at all. This year, phones were off and away during the school day, causing each of you to be thrust into somewhat of a withdrawal period, for lack of better words. But something beautiful happened. In the absence of constant scrolling, you looked up. You talked to each other more in the cafeteria. There was laughter. There was noise. There was conversation. There was true human interaction. During the first week, when I was in the upper commons during lunch, I grew concerned because I felt as if something was wrong in the cafeteria, but then I stopped. I smiled, and I thought to myself, they are being forced to talk again. You weren't just existing in your own digital bubbles anymore. You were living alongside one another. Social media, for all its reach, can sometimes limit your life. It invites you to watch others live, to scroll through their highlight reels, while your own moments slip by without a second thought. This year, you started to reclaim your own stories, and that shift, that was living. The second idea I want to explore this morning is about scope, the size of the world you have known, and the size of the world you might dare to discover. For most of you, Christiansburg has been home for the past 18 years. It's a remarkable place. It's where your roots are. It's your safe haven. It's comfort. It's home. And just like home, you can always come back. But let me ask you this. What if you looked up and saw how big the sky really is? What if you pushed past the comfortable, past the familiar, and stepped into a bigger story than the one you've ever known or lived so far? Existing means staying where it's safe. Living means being unafraid to explore. It means taking a leap, falling, getting back up, and realizing that your story doesn't have to be confined by a zip code. In a world that is so big, with so many opportunities, experiences, and breathtaking places, I encourage you and challenge you to have the courage to take that step. If you can exhibit just 20 seconds of insane courage and embarrassing bravery, I promise to you that amazing things can happen. The third, and maybe the most personal point I want to leave with you this morning is, find your happiness. On the last day at CHS, I reminded you that right now, in this point in life, it's easy to believe that happiness is about things. The newest phone, the fastest car, the number in your bank account. And sure, those things are important and they can contribute to your happiness. But real happiness, the kind that fills your lungs and makes your soul feel light, comes from purpose, from doing what lights a fire inside of you, from choosing paths that make you smile. And I don't mean that forced group photo selfie smile. I mean that kind that happens when you're doing what you're truly meant to do. Happiness looks different for each of you, but whatever it is to you, pursue it, protect it, and never stop checking in with yourself to make sure you're not just existing through someone else's version of joy, but truly living through your own. Now, for one final thought, because I know you're ready to get this thing going. Too often, as many of us here on stage, in these stands, and in this arena can attest, life becomes a rat race. We wake up, we work, we push, we run, and we forget why we started in the first place. We stop noticing the sunrise. We skip the good conversations. We put our heads down and forget to lift them up. But here's the truth. At any point in your life, no matter how far you've wandered or how fast you've been running, you have the power to pause, to regroup, to reset, and to make a change. There are 86,400 seconds in each day. That's 86,400 opportunities to begin again, to make a choice, to chase something new, and to fully live. So class of 2025, As you leave this ceremony today, I have one final question for you to carry into the world. Are you going to exist, or are you going to live? Best wishes, class of 2025. It's been a great ride. Thank you. And now, let's get ready to do some living and hand out some diplomas. All righty? First row, if you could go ahead and stand up, please.
Ella Catherine Gray Mathis. Lucille Elaine Birmingham. Ava Victoria Rose. Bishan Singh Rai. Cole Morgan Abbott. Connor Braden Adams. Blythe Brooks Akers. Ethan Michael Allen. Kaylee Lenora Alley. Grace Olivia Altus. Ainsley May Altizer. John Bernard Anderson IV. Carly Ray Anderson. Parker Hayden Anderson. Matthew Jesse Annis. Cole Chilton Arnold. Dalton David Arnold. Paula Alejandra Arteaga. Luz Daniela Ayala Martinez. Miguel Angel Ayala. Zachary Jordan Bailey Dorn. Anima Baral. Alana Cadence Barnes. Maxwell William Barton Hickman. Ty David Costura.
Madison Danielle Bean. Lucas Anthony Beasley. Kobe Lee Bennett. Brandon Douglas Bevins. Alyssa Marie Bishop. Cassie Jane Bishop. Heidi Elena Bissey. Israel Black. Hope Madison Boardwine. Isabel Sky Bowman. Anna Elizabeth Boyd. Madison Loren Bradley. Jody Ann Brown. Landon Amos Bruce. Muniki Brishi do Nascimento. Jacob Oliver Buck. Taylor Shea Buck. Kayla Jennifer Brooke Bunpane. Ronnie Trey Burleson. Trinity Eris Byers. Aiden Antonio Cabrera. Ethan Wayne Caldwell. Sophia Autumn Caldwell. Morgan Grace Carr. Christopher Anthony Castellano. Jessica Paola Castillo Rodriguez. Caitlin Bryce Chrisley. William Joseph Chrisman Hazelton. Madison Ray Clark. Avery Corinne Coggins. Michaela Cologne. Cecilia Marie Connor. Cole Isaac Connor. Gracie Lynn Connor. Matthew Lee Carell Jr. Jocelyn Renee Cortez. Alexander Jacob Kospel. Sarah Elizabeth Couch. Damian Anthony Kressel. Jordan Grace Renee Cross. Nora Elizabeth Cross. Grayson Lee Kraus. Joshua William Cummins. Alicia Curtis. William Howe Curtis III. Tegan Perline Dagnault. Olivia Miranda Dalton. Levi Allen Davis. Ryan Ashley Davis. Branson Allen Dawson. Riley Elizabeth Dean. Ryan Miller DeJean. Clemente Daniel Delgato. Ava Riley Dickerson. Tylee Nicole Dillard. Ellen Grace Dobbins. Mackenzie Donadio. Gavin Elliott Dow. Samuel Harrison Dudash. Leah Gray Duncan. Michael Joseph Duncan. Cameron Andrew Dunley. Ethan James Dunley. Megan Riley Eastridge. Kenneth Orion Eckert. Aiden James Edwards. Parker Andrew Ellis. Carter Glenn Evans. Jacob Matthew Evans. Caitlin B. Farley. Dylan Matthew Farmer. Caitlin Grace Fearer. David Logan Farrell. Bryson Davis Fisher.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Rocco Alessandro Fiziano. Piper Mackenzie Freeman. Jameson Bradley French. Julian Burkhart French. Colton Robert Franck. Demetrius Malachi Gallagher. Marcus Xavier Gallagher. Chandler Grace Garrett. Noah Michael Gill. Aiden Thomas Gillenwater. Ari DeMarco Giovanetti. Levi Brayley Glosh. Damian Price Goad. Ada Nicole Gomez. Alexander Crawford Gray. Rigel Elizabeth Graybill. Tacey May Greer.
Elijah Justin Gurney. Layla Grace Haley. Cade Naomi Hall. I'm sorry. Nora Kathleen Hall. Sierra Ruth Hall. Nicholas Evan Ham. Luke Timothy Hampson. Julian Avant Harmon. Allison Marie Hart. Midori Adeline Sage Hernandez. Abigail Grace Hewitt. Andrew Travis Hicks. Andrew David Hill. Desire Lavelle Hill. Dominic Angelo Hill. Peyton Alexander Hill. Sophia Rosemary Honaker. Catherine Suzanne Hoover. Chance Elion Hewitt. Maggie Elizabeth Hurst. Anaya Nichelle James. Nevaeh Anaya Isis Faith McMillan Jones. Xavier Mackay Joplin. Aaron Rose Kelly. Cameron Michael Kelly. Lacey Joy Kidder. Barrett Brannon King. Brody Harrison King. Lily Grace King. Kalia Anayaka Rain Kirby. Dayton Blair Ladd. Lauren Lola Audrey Lane. Ian Daniel Leonard. Ethan Bray Leslie. Robert Zachary Lewis. Emily Hope Abigail Lickert. Kennedy Alyssa Linkus. Nicholas Aiden Litos. Jasmine Danielle Lively. Jordan Kenneth Lizaraga. Isaac Andrew Lyon. Kendall Mabe. Brooklyn Mabin Maneri. Erilyn Janae Mans. Quinlan Henry Martins. Natalie Martinez. Skylar Renee McCoy. Robert Arthur McGowan. Zachary Isaiah McNeil. Cass Lakin McRoberts. Evan Micah Medford. Mary Jane Mills. Giannis Mitri. Annalisa Haley Moore. Jade Olivia Moore. Jasper Thomas Moore. Thank you.
They're struggling on this one. They're struggling.
Isabel Ann Moulton. Micah Dayton Newcomb. Jaden Miguel Nieves. Justin Jimmy Knopfsinger. Arielana Brene Ortiz. Ansh Patel. Gabrielle Aaron Lee Patton. Gabriel. Isabel Cadence Pendleton. Jasmine Faith Perfader. Caden Jeremiah Perry. Richard Jamal Perry. Vo Bao Han Pham. Cameron Phillips. Luca Anthony Pickerel. Lyric Khalil Pittman. Joanna Christine Polanco. Elizabeth Polania. Jackson William Price. Nicholas David Price. Kaylin Nicole Quisenberry. Mackenzie Nicole Quisenberry. Riley Nicole Quisenberry. Destiny Maria Grace Ramirez. McKenna Brooke Ramsey.
Justin Dale Ratcliffe. Brady Joel Razor. Ian Samuel Razor. Paige Nicole Ratcliffe. Josiah Robert Ratley. Grayson Lee Rawlings. Addison Shea Razor. Brianna Nicole Reed. Rayleigh McKinnon Reeves. Grayson Claire Riley. Lanacia Monique Ratliff. Calvin Patrick Rezak. Daniel Rhodes. Donovan Kendrick Richardson. Colin Patrick Ritchie. Chelsea Hernandez Rico. Corey Aaron Rife. Cameron Joseph Riley. Ian Bryson Rourke. Logan Lee Roberts. Avery Grace Robbins. DeAnthony Rodriguez. Tobias James Ronan. Isabella Sanchez Zapata. Anna Marie Sanford. Jackson Sarver.
Ryan Lucas Shack. Luke Aaron Schmidt. Zoe Mae Schomburg. Gavin Ryder Sebring. Samuel Seifa. Addie Kate Shelton. Connor James Shepard. Jacob Bradley Shippey. Bella Rose Smith. Bry James Smith. Colin Reed Smith. Connor Andrew Smith. Raven Samari Olivia Smith. Tyler William Smith. Maya Brianna Sky Smoot. Calvin Lander Snyder. Xavier Jeremiah Sowers. Emily Shannon Sprumont. Hayden Marie St. Clair. Craven Lafayette Stevers. Cameron Grace Stillwell. Aiden Gregory Stump. Ariana Diamond Nicole Sutherland. Clayton Miles Suffin. Tristan Moy Suffin. Alexandria Gail Swenson. Sierra Jean Seminowski. Disha Budresh Talagia. Michaela Elise Tani. Connor Lee Thornton. Grayson Avery Toole. Caden Nicole Twiggs. Luna Valentina Valero Molina. Jason James Vaughn. Vincent Laik Vaught. Ryan Israel Vasquez Ayala. Ian Michael Velikovic. Sara Juliana Vergara Magajan. Aiden Hugh Wade. Ethan Andrew Raymond Walker. Eric David Warden. Samuel Benjamin Waters. Chandler Aaron Webb. Caleb Emery Weddle. Micaiah Levi Widrig. Benjamin Lee Willie. Corey Wilkes Williams. Cosette Noel Williams. John Mikey Williams. Ashley Cecilia Wilson. Haley Nicole Wilson. Nevea Rain Wimmer. Hannah Grace Wirt. Samuel Murphy Wolf. Catherine Lee Womack. Kira Adriana Woods. And Hayden Eric Yop.
Okay, let's give another round of applause to the class of 2025. Okay, at this time, I would like to ask the class of 2025 to please stand. But before we proceed with the next part, I got to carry on with the tradition of getting a selfie with our class, our graduating class. So guys, if you could smile and bear with me for just a second. Y'all ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now for the best part and the thing we've all been waiting for. By the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia and the Montgomery County School Board, I declare this class graduated. As a symbolic gesture of your completion of high school and to a future of hope and promise, please turn your tassels. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Please feel free to continue your celebrations as we exit the arena. Thank you again for all of your help and support throughout the last 4 years. Yes. Go ahead this one. Miss Martin and Mr. Porter, you may begin exiting your rows.